We opened our doors for business in London over 40 years ago, and we're still trading on the same values now as we did then. Professional, dedicated, and trusted. We are the MECO Group.
The 18th reported London arbitration this year was one which was successfully defended by the Charterers Club, and it concerned the question of whether the Interclub Agreement had been incorporated into a charter. The Interclub Agreement is a knock-for-knock style agreement put together by the International Group, which sets out a rough and ready apportionment of liability for cargo claims as between the owner and the charterer under the charter party. So, for example, claims for seaworthiness are 100% for the owner's account. Claims for bad stowage are normally 100% for the charterer. Shortage claims are normally split 50-50. There are many revisions of the ICA over the last 40 years, and one which is in popular use at the moment is the 1996 version of the ICA as amended in 2011. The 2011 amendment included a security provision, and that's what this arbitration was focused on. The security provision says that where one of the parties to the charter party has had to put up security for a cargo claim, so they've had to give, say, an LOU to the cargo interests, then that party becomes entitled to be counter-secured by their counterparty to the charter party. So if the head owners of the ship have to give an LOU to the cargo claimants under the bill of lading, then they become entitled to an LOU in the same amount from their charterer. The charter party in this case, it was argued by the owners that they were entitled to security under Clause 9 of the 2011 version of the ICA, which they claimed was fully incorporated into the charter party. The wording in the charter, the clause which they said gave effect to that incorporation, read, it's a standard clause which appears in many charters, and it read, liability for cargo claims as between charterers and owners shall be apportioned/settled as specified by the Interclub New York Produce Exchange Agreement, effective from 1996 and its subsequent amendments. Charterers argued that they shouldn't have to give security, and they argued this on the basis that this wording didn't apply all of the Interclub Agreement. They focused on the words liability for cargo claims and shall be apportioned/settled. And so charterers argued that this gave effect to the apportionment provisions of the ICA regarding seaworthiness, liability for bad stowage and so forth, but the security provision was not incorporated into the charter party by this wording. And the arbitrators held that was correct. That's the right position. While there's a general drive for parties to not seek to undermine the ICA generally, this was correct as a matter of contractual construction, on the strict interpretation of the words in the charter. The entire ICA was not incorporated. It was only the provisions regarding apportionment of loss. Consequently, charterers could not be criticised for refusing to give security, and so they simply didn't have to. It's a successful decision for charterers, therefore, and it confirms that where this wording is used, this standard wording referring to liability for claims being settled/apportioned, that charterers have no responsibility to give up security. They're under no obligation to do so. That's consistent with the unamended version of the ICA, the standard 1996 version, which contains no security provision. So it's a positive decision for charterers generally, as they're the party who most often finds themselves being asked to give up security.